Little Sam Cooke there, only 16. That followed Bring It On Home to Me, or Bring It On to Me, if you will. That's from the greatest hits of Sam Cooke, 1959. Of course, we play that's going to be on the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 soundtrack. They come out May 5th. So we played a little bit of that, kind of whet your appetite for it. Plus, I had some laying around. So, we're going to go ahead and do it to it. Before that, we did a double shot of Otis Redding, The Dock at the Bay. And we followed that up with The Happy Song. And then before that, we did a little Nat King Cole. A little backwards track off of that, if I can figure out exactly what I played. We played My Heart Tells Me, Nat King Cole. Did a little bit of that. So we had a very big variety there from, it's probably the blackest time we've had on UTA Radio in some time. And I'm cool with that. I am cool with that because that is some good-ass music right there. And while we were playing that, a special guest wandered in our studio, Mr. Harold Rogers, host of Native Waves. You heard him about 12 hours ago or so on our station. He decided that he just had to come back for more. He was listening to us out and about in Arlington. He came by and brought some stuff, and it's good to have him here with us today.
Glad to be here, Sam. Appreciate you having As Intended back on the air for this special edition of Vinylthon 2017.
Yeah, man, we have to bring it back.
Good in the hood. You got an eclectic mix.
I do. I really do, man. And this is just the stuff I brought. You should see some of the stuff I left at home.
I know we were talking about it over, the last few times, your special gems that you find going around. And,
I get lucky, man.
And just the way you gave everybody kind of a starter, which way to go instead of going this direction and spending too much money. Hey, just dig around. You never know those hidden gems you'll find in those garage sales and everything.
I'm telling you, I've gotten very lucky. Like I was going through the 45s today to get ready for the show, and I'm just going through. I'm pulling especially the 45s, because those you never know what you're gonna get. The condition wise, I've got more Les Paul and Slim Whitten than I know what to do with now on 45. But I was just going through. I'm like, oh, cool. There's the Doors. Oh, look at all these Motown. Like it really is like trading cards almost. It's like baseball cards back in the 80s or any of the newfangled card games the kids play that I don't really understand anymore because I'm old. And, it's a lot of fun, too. And I'm kind of curious. I feel like we talked about this when we did the show initially because you were a guest on one of the first shows. Do you remember what your first record was?
My first record that I ever got. Now, I see that y'all have Monster Mash on here and y'all played it earlier as well.
Yes.
Actually, it was a story record of The Invisible Man. It was something that my mom and dad had given me.
The novel?
I think so. So it was just like a front. It just told the story of it, like from the movie. I think that's what it was.
Okay.
From and that was like the first record. And I played it over and over again because that was the only one I had at the time. But the first one I initially got, rock record, was Kiss Alive 2.
Oh, good choice.
Now I still have that. I don't have the tattoos anymore because I used them up and everything. But
that's probably smart.
Yeah, I got in trouble for them at school when I wore them as well too.
That's what you're supposed to do, though. Yeah, it's Kiss, man. You're the Kiss Army. Yeah.
But yeah, the Invisible Man, that was like the first record I ever received, but then the first ever rock record was Kiss Alive 2. So, but many others as well too. The ones that one of the first ones I bought, I think that was Kiss Alive, the first one. So in turn, got to have all the collector's editions on that. But like I said, my brother, my mom, and my dad, and we discussed it earlier on one of your earlier shows as well too, when it first came out, is that they're the ones that were the aficionados that had all the different vinyl records on there. And they had the box, and that's just some of them. I know they still have a few of them that are gathering dust in one of our storage areas, and they haven't melted. They're not warped yet, and they're still in pretty pristine condition because my brother, he's a Beatles man. So he had quite a few of those Beatle records, and I probably showed you, and then when she was helping you out as well too, she's a big Beatles fan.
Yeah, her and I would go round and round on the Beatles because my opinion on the Beatles is pretty well known as not a great ardent supporter of the Beatles. I appreciate them, but they're also extremely overrated. But that's another issue for another time.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, whatever. But I saw that you have in your collection, you got some Rolling Stones in there as well, too. You got everything from Olivia Newton-John. You got a lot of Motown stuff. Tony Bennett, which I heard earlier as well, too. I said, man, he's doing it to it. And I see that you have this Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band live, 1975 to 85. It's got a 5-album set on there. So this was a very popular item back in the day when it first came out. So it's got a lot of great tunes from all his live stuff from when he started in 75, when he became popular, from Born to Run, Thunder Road, Rosalita, to his later stuff when Born in the USA had come about and he just blew up, because like in 84, 85, it was Prince, Michael Jackson, Madonna, and Bruce Springsteen, and the Police. Those were the ones that were the most dominant ones.
Oh, yeah.
But not in that order. But, Michael Jackson, of course, he was king of pop. He was the one that brought it over. But seeing all these different records and everything, and just the sound, like most people say, they will debate whether or not vinyl is the best or the new forms of waves or cassettes or whatever. Hey, it's your choice. People love vinyl. That's what it is. And if you're able to find these gems, and like you were talking about, getting these record players like on Amazon or Smile Amazon or whatever else, I think you can even find them in some places. There was like in Ross sometimes when they go on sale.
Yeah, the Ross will have some half price if you go. You can actually, but they have them there too.
Yeah.
You anywhere that they sell electronics, you can pretty much find a record player nowadays.
Yeah, you can try Best Buy, things like that, maybe Walmart or wherever.
I think Walmart has like one.
Yeah. But with those record players, and I was lucky enough, I was fortunate, I got one for Christmas as well. I wasn't expecting it.
There you go.
So, they just found out that I had it, and when I opened it up, it was one of the coolest gifts I got. So I still play it. So it's like kind of like yours, so I can play 33s, 45s, and 78s.
I can also do 78s on here. In fact, I did those in the original show. I had some old Decca 78s.
Yeah.
From like 1924 or something crazy like that.
Because I have some native music as well, too, that came from Canyon Records when they first started in the 50s as well. And they had that the 78 RPMs as well, too. And I couldn't play them on other turntables because they didn't have that 78 capacity on there. So, like the turntable we have here at UTA, it doesn't play 78s.
Nope, 33 or 45s. No,
unless you were going to spin it yourself or something.
Yeah, you got to do like the pottery wheel thing where you like run your hands over it and you got to get it just right.
If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then, you have to wait. So, but I was lucky enough to be able to hear those records. And I played some this morning, too, on my show, Native Waves, as well, too, since today was Vinylthon. So I thought, hey, I'd contribute to the cause to it well, too. So, but that's what it's about.
I'll tell you, one of the coolest things I came across in my organization today, because like I had just bought the records, and I pulled a couple to listen to them just because I wanted to listen to them. But for the most part, they've just been sitting in my stack. One of the coolest ones I found, I didn't bring it because it's kind of awkward. It doesn't really fit. It was the best moments in sports. It was this old record. Mel Allen, for those of y'all who may or may not know that. If you know that name by heart, it tells you a couple things about you. But
This Week in Baseball.
Yes, that's what most people know.
He was Yankees.
I believe so, yes. I believe he was New York in some way.
In one of them, yeah.
But like basically it was a little 40. It was a 33. Though it was shaped like a 45, but it was a 33 hookup. It was really strange.
Yeah.
But like it's these great moments in sports. So it had a lot of boxing on there. But on the flip side, it had the Olympics and had the Olympics of a certain era because it was talking about Jesse Owens.
Oh, yeah.
And it actually
about 47, I think.
No,
42.
Yeah, I think. 42. And there was
when he went to Germany.
Yes, and they're actually on the 33. I guess technically 33. There was a very famous yet infamous voice you heard. The 33 had the voice of Germany's leader at that point opening the games. It was really strange to hear that this morning. Like Mel Allen's there, and all of a sudden I hear this man speaking German. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a nice person that's talking on our record right now. But that was really. And then you had Jesse Owens talking about it, and it was just cool to see because like they had baseball games and football games. They actually had a football game that's being broadcast on the radio that was interrupted by the Pearl Harbor attacks. The station that was it played the moment when that happened in time. It was really kind of creepy.
Wow. Yeah, those are pieces of history, that they're able to record, and to find a gem like that, it's would be good, especially for certain times and events when that occurs, like you said, for Pearl Harbor as well as the Jesse Owens deal for the Olympics. Yeah. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the great thing was it was in perfect condition, too. It looks like it just came out of the factory yesterday.
And then there's another record I saw I was looking at it, and I was trying to see the record, but it's still sealed up.
Yeah, so I think what we're going to do, that's actually very convenient because I brought that in for a specific reason. I think we'll do that on the other side of this break here. I have a very special plan for that record.
Just hold off right there.
Yeah, don't worry, guys. You're going to stick with this because I've got a very special, I've got kind of not special, unique, we'll say unique story for that record. We'll tell you what it is, why it's here, what we're going to do with it. But y'all didn't come to hear us talk for that long. Y'all want to hear some great music, and that's why we're going to give you some music, baby.
That's what it's all about. So, but I got a question before you start spinning this next one.
What's your question, Harold?
All these records you've got, have you listened to them all yet?
Not yet. It's not even close. I'm like a halfway through.
If you stacked them all up, how far are you?
If I stacked all the ones I've listened to or all the ones I have?
If you stacked all the ones all your records, where are you at?
I probably have the size of about a 2-year-old probably that I've listened to so far. When you factor in the 45s too, like this, probably like an 18 to 24-month old child.
So you're about 2/3. Well, not 2/3. I'd say about less than half.
Yeah, right around there. That seems fair because like I've got a bunch because just the 45s themselves are the bear to tackle. But
well, your Frankenstein stereo system that you're trying to make, have you got that hooked up?
yes,
yet?
actually, I do have my trash pile. That's a joke for 2 people out there. There's the trash pile. Yes, it has 4 speakers now. It migrated from 2, now has 4. Yeah, it took me actually. Okay, so I'll tell you a funny story about that before we go to the song. You're hooking me in. So I was hooking up I had to go buy some cables for the record player the other night because the cables that I had worked for my Bluetooth receiver, which I have plugged in there, so I can listen from phone things like that. But it didn't work for this because it doesn't have the line in. So I had to go buy one from Guitar Center, who promptly charged me $10 for a cable. So thanks guys, appreciate you. Thanks y'all. Thanks for screwing me. But anyway, wish you used a little Vaseline before Anyway.
Yeah, you had to get it right away. You can't. That's something you can't wait on Amazon for a few days for.
I need that instant gratification. I can't delay gratification, among other things. As we go, so I go that night, hook it up. I watched the Ranger game and it went till like midnight. So I go in there. I'm like, okay, I'm plugging in. I plug it into phono because my receiver has phono, aux, and like CD. Mm-hmm. So I plug it into phono. I'm like, well, it's supposed to be phono, but it's supposed to be record, whatever. It makes sense. Plug it in. I put it on. I put on Chuck Mangione, "Feels So Good," because that's my whatever reason that's my record. Everyone has like
your theme song.
Not necessarily.
If you're walking down that aisle in WWE Raw, would that be your theme song? If
no,
you could use it back in the day?
That'd be really funny, but no, it's not. I don't know actually what that would be. I might have to go through there and see if I can find that. But no, it's just whatever. I love that song because it's one of my favorite television shows. I'm a sucker for jazz. Mm-hmm. So like having that is just it's a little happy song, but I just use it as a test. So like I plug it in, and it sounds like a banshee screaming at me. Like I can hear the song, but it's like overdriven and much. I'm like, what the hell, man? That's not right. So I unplug it, I replug it. I'm like, okay, maybe just flip the ends. You do the whole blow on the cartridge, the whole idea. Like plugged up right, didn't work. I'm like, well, darn. I had the right cables because it fits. So I'm like, well, let me try something else. So I plugged the aux cable in, which is a little aux to red white, which is what I have hooked in the record today, and it worked just fine. Like my Bluetooth receiver worked just fine in the phono section. I'm like, well, that makes no sense. Like, well, if Bluetooth works in the phono, let's plug this into aux and just see what happens. I plug the record player into the aux section, no problem. Sounds beautiful. The settings are exactly the same. It works exactly the same. It didn't work in the phono section. And then it works perfectly in the aux section. I don't understand it. But I was telling that to someone, he goes, but it works, right? I'm like, well, yeah. He goes, well, then why worry about it?
One of the many mysteries that are out there that will remain unsolved.
Yeah, I feel like I need to be an engineer or something.
If it works, keep it working. Put a little duct tape on it until it gives out. So
that's my plan. I'm just gonna wear that thing out until it's over.
That's all. I guess that's why they threw it away. That's why it was trash, I guess.
Yeah, that's why it was going to the trash pile. But hey, one man's trash is another student's treasure. So we're gonna make that work. And I'm trust me, I'm making it work, baby. Making it work.
Music, music, music right here on Vinylthon 2017.
Yes, sir. And that music that you're about to hear is the music that while the lead singer of this very famous band opined that he could not find something, I think by hearing this in your ears right now on UTA.com, you will find what he could not. It's a little Rolling Stones here on Vinylthon 2017, UTA Radio.com.